All right, everybody. Welcome back to another iHoopsFL interview. Now, before we begin, make sure you guys give me a follow on Instagram, iHoopsFL, where I post all the highlights, all the best clips, all that good stuff from any of the interviews I've ever done. And also, if you guys want to see any of the other work that I've done around the world of basketball, I also post all the articles and a lot of South Florida basketball information on my Twitter page at iHoopsRecruits. So again, iHoopsFL is the Instagram for interview stuff. Twitter at iHoopsRecruits is for articles and South Florida basketball information. But anyways, before we get this thing underway, is there anything you want to plug or anything you want to shout out?
Me? No, I'm fine.
All right, there's nothing you don't want to plug your Instagram or anything like that.
Nah.
All right, man. Well,
Tell them
that
to
sounds good
follow
to me. But all right, you're
my
good.
guy Chol.
All right, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Well, anyways, I guess just a basic question, but how's the school been for you?
Yeah, it's been fine.
And obviously, like you're not from America. Can you describe like what it's like, moving here?
Yeah, I can say it's quite different. Like the environment and the culture and all this, like they're different. It's not the
And
same.
has it been a difficult adjustment coming to America? Obviously, not being born here and growing up here, like you still be considered new to the country. Has it been a difficult adjustment for you, or have you kind of been able to get used to that American culture?
Yeah, it was difficult, like when I first came here, but then I just had to get used to it, just get adapted to it and get along.
And I got asked, like you obviously, I mean, my opinion, I think you know English pretty well. Could you explain to me how you're able to learn English so well?
Yeah, I've been studying English since, like in our country, we got English and other languages also. So I've been learning since.
Yeah, it's just interesting because like here like I wouldn't say I'm really fluent in any other language. Like I feel like other languages aren't as integrated here in American schools as they are in other countries. That's kind of why I asked that question.
Yeah, basically, like from where I'm from, like we speak multiple languages like that. We have tribes and all this, so they have different languages.
Yeah. How many languages do you think you could speak fluently?
Me, I think four.
You asked crazy. You speak four languages.
Yeah,
And so what four languages?
Dinka, Arabic, English, and then some of Kiswahili.
All right. So I'm like wondering. So if I was speaking Arabic, right? If I change from English to Arabic right now, you'd be able to understand me.
Yeah, I can understand you.
Man, that's so crazy. Is it like, in my opinion, I feel like playing basketball, like there's a lot that goes on in basketball, and obviously you go to a good high school where your team is good. So I'm sure you guys have a lot of plays. There's a lot of fundamentals and a lot of rules to the game that you need to learn. I mean, just how do you handle that, like in your brain, knowing four languages plus playing basketball at a high level, and you go to school. Like, how do you handle all that?
You just have to really focus on it. Like, cause if you know, the more if you want to learn something, you have to focus on it and keep on like uh, wanting to achieve more of it. So if I want to learn something, like if you want to learn a language, so you have to study it. Of course, you should study the fundamentals and all this, right? The basics. So to learn all, like to get used to this, you have to go through all the plays, the word, the game types, and all these, like think through. Like you have to make it your habit.
Yeah, definitely. And talking about your recruiting process now, I think you received your first offer in 2019. So that would be either like the beginning of your freshman year or coming into it. I mean, just starting off high school with those offers. What was that like for you?
Yeah, it was a blessing.
Were you expecting to get offers so early on in your career?
Nah, I didn't expect to get offers or something. I'm just working on myself.
So was that like a big surprise to you? Like barely playing any high school basketball and already getting two offers from two pretty big time programs.
It's not surprised because according to me, like I've been putting in the work and all this, like working out, trying to get myself right, know what like what I want to do really with myself and basketball and all this.
Yeah, for sure. And how long have you been playing basketball for?
Me, since I started since I was 11, so it's been a while.
Okay, yeah, I
How
would say
about you?
like yeah, I would say it's like a long time. Like I mean, for me, I started getting into basketball when I want to say 6 or 7. No, no, I think
Wow.
7. So like a little bit longer than like you obviously aren't brand
Me,
new to the
it's
game, but
it's because I was first playing soccer. You know,
yeah, yeah,
that was my first sport. Like that was the sport I was focused on. Then
yeah.
so when my friends got to introduce me to basketball, so we started going to a basketball court. We started playing. Then I fell in love with it. I liked it, and from there I started getting serious. I even stopped going to a soccer field. I stopped playing soccer because basketball became fun for me. So then it caught up like that.
Yeah, that's funny you say that. Like you started playing soccer because at least myself too. I think soccer is like the most common beginner sport. That was actually my first sport too. I played like maybe a couple of years, like when I was really little, or maybe even for a year, and then I just stopped. Uh, and then I went to basketball. But I started off playing soccer too. But I was not the best at it. I don't know how good were you at soccer?
Oh, for me, yeah, I was good. Like I used to play like strike, like
Okay,
wing, yeah.
yeah,
And then me, I used to like have a multi sports. Like I used to even swim. I was a swimmer. Like I used to do backstroke.
okay.
I was pretty good at it. But then all that. But I like basketball more. Like it became more fun, so I stick to it.
Yeah. Have you ever considered? I don't know if Green Forest has a soccer team, but are you thinking you maybe want to do basketball? Actually, I think the two sports interfere with the seasons. But if I don't know if they do or not, but would you try to do soccer and basketball in the same year?
In the same year, I don't know. Yeah, if it is there, I'll try. Yeah, I'll do it. Because for me, I can play soccer too.
Yeah, that definitely. And I guess continuing on, we got to talk about your height. I'm sure you ask about it all the time, but we got to talk about it. There's not really much. Which I can say about that. Just we gotta talk about it. I mean, when did you start? When did you have that really big growth spurt?
Me, I would say 2014. That's when I started growing. Because from that, like before, I was like almost the shortest in my family. I was this small guy, like the short guy, and all this skinny kid. And so then I went like to visit somewhere. So I stayed there like for almost was it like 6 months. I wasn't with my family members. So then when I came back, ooh, I was just growing, but I was still like small. I was skinny, like real skinny. But I was growing. I even became taller than my cousin who are telling me, "Oh, you're growing tall. You're becoming tall." Yeah, I'm like, yeah, but I couldn't notice it like myself. I was seeing myself normal, but
Yeah,
then, man, it started like I just started feeling myself became like 6'8". I'm like, oh, I'm now getting taller. Like when I started seeing my cousin, he's becoming real short. Like to me, that's when I knew. I noticed I was growing.
Yeah, that's definitely pretty funny. But you said like when you start getting to six eight, like you were able to feel like do you feel tall or do you just not really feel it?
Nah, me, I wasn't feeling, I wasn't seeing myself like, cause for me, like I've been always with like tall people, like in our place, like everybody like almost the average height is like almost 6'7" and 6'6" and above. So I was like feeling myself. I'm just seeing myself normal, but other people can realize that I'm growing tall and all this. But me myself, I was just seeing myself like same height almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you can't feel it. Even when somebody sees you that you big, you getting bigger. Like you won't believe it by yourself.
Yeah. That happens all the time. Like people are always like,
Yeah,
"Oh, you are so big," and I'm like, I swear I haven't changed. But
yeah,
yeah, I get that. Yeah, it's crazy because for me, like, at least compared to all my like, I'm actually one of the tallest people like out of all my friends, and I'm 6 foot. So I just can't even imagine just being that tall. Like everyone's always looking up to me when I'm talking. Like it's pretty crazy. Like, I just cannot imagine being that tall.
yeah.
Yeah, and coming into high school, your freshman year, um, I know that there was like a big three with Green Forest called the I think the Green Forest Trees or something like that. So can you describe that experience, playing with them, just not being the tallest guy on the court, but actually having two other big guys on the court with you?
Like for me, it's not something new. Like me seeing somebody taller than me or someone taller than me playing with someone taller than me. Nah, it's not something new because for me, I've always been like among the short guys. Like I've not been the tall guy until I came here to the US. That's when now I'm among the tall guys, like during AAU and all these other things. And then at school, but it was something normal back then in South Sudan.
And how was it just playing high school basketball though with those two other guys as well your freshman year?
Oh, it was great. Like it was great. We had some good chemistry and all this. Like we used to have fun, like on court.
And your point guard, Chase Cormier, he's obviously not tall. I mean, I consider him like not tall, but he obviously has a good height in my opinion. At least just to be considered like a normal kid. But again, he's not that tall, but he is your point guard. Could we talk about that duo with you and Chase on your team?
Yeah, it's great. You know, Chase. He's a shooter. Like he's a sharp shooter. He can miss if you leave him open. So he's quick. Like he got handles and all this. He can do basically almost everything. So yes, having someone like that is great. Then you have to just like know and all like get used to some of his skill set and use everything that he got. And he's a problem, I know.
Yeah. And how's the season been for you so far?
It's been great. We had some pauses and all this, but we're going great.
Do you have any games that you're maybe like super excited to play in the future?
Yeah, I think upcoming games and all these the regional games and regional and the playoffs. I'll be glad to play it and the state championship. All this, I can't wait.
Did you end up winning a state championship game in your freshman year?
Nah, we lost at the state.
So you made it, and then so you were like I guess the second place team in the state.
Huh?
So you guys were second place then. Okay, so oh shoot, wait. Sorry about that thing. I was getting text messages. My bad. But I mean, at least making it to state. I've never made it to states, um, with basketball, or I guess my school hasn't rather. So just making it there though. how much did like or what did that teach you about what it takes to become a state champion?
Oh, taught me like you have to have chemistry with each other, play hard, and all this like combine and grind hard until the end. Which, yeah, like the final ending has to be like the hardest, but then you have to also go harder to get a job done, like to win a state championship. But we fell short, but it still doesn't matter. We just stood up, we just got back, and then this year, yeah, we're planning to take it.
Yeah, that's awesome, and I'll really be looking forward to that for you guys. So is the state championship, is that your team's main goal for the season?
Yeah, that's our main goal.
And what about for yourself? Is there anything that you want to accomplish personally?
Me, yeah, I wanna accomplish like winning my first state championship. That would be something great.
Yeah, that would definitely be awesome. And my final question for you is, I want to know when it's all said and done, when you end your basketball career, whether it's in the NBA, whether it's after high school, whether it's after college, or after a pro career, whenever you stop playing basketball, just what's that legacy that you want to leave behind for yourself?
Uh, I just wanna be like a great player, like do what's needed or do what it takes. But I just wanna like be known for like what I do for myself, like the thing that I do by myself, like focus on myself, improve myself every day.
Yeah. Do you have any personal goals? For like just your for pretty much. Do you have any life goals?
Huh?
Do you have any life goals? Like just things you if you can be away from basketball, like maybe a career you want to have. Like just what are your goals for life?
Oh, me, I want to be a businessman. I want to do business and maybe be an investor or like a developer, something like that.
Yeah, that would definitely be super cool for sure. But anyways, before we end this interview, just make sure you guys give us a follow on Instagram at I am underscore guy underscore Chol underscore MG, and I'm iHoops FL. Anyways, man, appreciate you taking your time coming on, letting me interview you. Really means a lot to me. But anyways, for a 7 footer, a power forward slash center at Green Forest Christian Academy. Guy Chol. I'm Isaac Fleischer, and this has been another IUCF interview. Peace out, guys.